The more spoilers players are starting to see for Modern Horizons 3, the higher the sales volumes are starting to increase. So what does this mean for the product going forward, and will singles win out the battle, or will sealed product make a real comeback? Is it possible that the value for Modern Horizons 3 may justify the price? Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thanks again for hanging out with me on my channel. Guys, this is kind of an interesting topic because I am really one of those people who doesn't like the price of Modern Horizons 3 in the current economic climate, but I can understand how some of these cards are going to be so desirable that players will seek them out either to buy boxes, the singles, or a combination of both. And with the leaks we've been seeing, and a whole bunch came out today, and I'll share some of them with you guys right now and give you my opinion on what I think is happening in the market, it is still very interesting that when these leaks started to come out today, sales started to increase at several LGS as well as TCG player. Now, this is the first one here, this Null Elemental Blast. Now guys, back in the day, we had like Red Elemental Blast and Blue Elemental Blast. This one, of course, it's colorless to cast it. You choose one, counter target multicolored spell, or destroy target multicolored permanent. This thing's insane. Okay, that's a crazy card to use. It's amazing. I love it, and it's going to be sought after. Players are going to want cards like this if they're building a colorless deck, and Wizards of the Coast has really done something here. They have ramped up the Eldrazi. I talked about it in an earlier video just today, and then we get all these spoilers of even more Eldrazi, more cards coming out. Now, if we take a look at the second card here, this one I find very interesting for several reasons. When you see Urza's Cave, and it says Urza's Cave, it's a land. Remember, it says Urza's. There's other cards that say Urza's on it, and they're land cards that can obviously be utilized. I think it's Urza's Workshop. Now, if we take a look at Urza's Workshop, I just popped it up here for you. This thing says add 1 waste to your mana pool, right? Which is like a type of colorless mana. But it says Metalcraft, add 1 waste to your mana pool for each Urza's land you control. Activate only if you control 3 or more artifacts. That is not difficult to do. And the fact this is an Urza's land, and now we're seeing the Urza's Cave, do you guys have any idea how many copies of that Urza's Workshop sold today? Hundreds and hundreds of copies. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on my top 10 this weekend. That's how many copies are selling. That's speculators diving in before the players really realize what's happening and pick up a copy for themselves. There'll be a few savvy people who get in there. But look at the value starting to be generated in that secondary market. Look at the value of the cards now being presented. Urza's Cave lets you go and get a land. Not a basic land, a land. Get Volroth Stronghold. You can get a Soldevi Excavations. You can get any land you want. Go get a Triumph. Whatever you're looking for, this is going to help you get it. And it goes to your graveyard. So you get to get it back again if you can find a way to regurgitate that thing back onto the battlefield. This is an insane card for an uncommon. It is going to be sought after. It is going to add value. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the next card. This is Ugin's Labyrinth. This is a mythic. Yes, another mythic we've been shown in the game. And it says Imprint. When Ugin's Labyrinth enters the battlefield, you may exile a colorless mana card of 7 value or higher, okay, from your hand. Then it says add 1 waste to your mana pool. If a card was exiled under the Labyrinth, you get to add 2. Then you can return the exiled card by tapping and returning it to your hand. Interesting, okay? So it taps for 2. You can also return the card later on. Fascinating, isn't it? This card is meant to be played with those commander decks. It's meant to generate interest in a colorless commander deck. Yes, it can be played in Modern, absolutely. We get Eldrazi being played in Modern, so this is definitely going to have Modern play as well. But you can see where the value is going to be. This card is the R&D department. I gotta give them like almost like a clap. I'm not going to, but almost like a golf clap because it's really impressive. I didn't see this type of thing coming down the pipeline. It is a surprise to me, but it's a welcome surprise. I like these kind of things because I didn't see it coming. I'm very good at looking at it, and I go, oh, I didn't see this one. I like it. So a great card. It's going to have huge value, and this is all generating value into the game, right? Anyone who's going to be purchasing on the secondary market is either going to be buying boxes, knowing there's more cards that could have value, or they're going to be buying the commander decks because they're well built and well conceived, like I'm showing you right now with Ulamog's Dreadsire. And of course, we are bound to see a lot of the commander cards also show up in collector boxes, though, so be warned. I really think the singles here, the singles market and buying the singles from this set is really going to come out on top, but there will be players who now will see and be able to justify buying boxes with the sheer array of cards that they actually want to play with. Not always the value of the cards, but the playability of cards they're looking for. So the Dreadsire here, it has Vigilance, it's a 10/10. Ward, love Ward. Sacrifice a permanent with mana value 1 or greater, of course, to target the creature, and it can tap to put a 10/10 into play. That is kind of fun. Doing it at the end of a turn, put a 10/10. Reminds me of that card Godsire back in the day. I think it was from Alara. Great stuff. And the last card I want to share with you guys. This is Selective Obliteration. This is a sorcery from the Commander deck, okay? But it's going to find, of course, a lot of play because as a colorless card, it's going to be Ninja. This thing's going to be crazy. Each player chooses a color, then exile each permanent unless it's colorless or it's the color that you chose. So kind of fascinating, right? Each player chooses. You can this is going to be a negotiation tactic card. It's very interesting to see how Wizards of the Coast has driven home some value. They took, not squirrels this time, they slammed in the Eldrazi as a colorless, they slammed in those Lagoyfs, and they are broadening it out. And then they added individual cards inside the set, like the Labyrinth, like the Cave, to really drive home the colorless value of past decks, like Artifacts, but moving forward into future decks, like the Eldrazi. This will have a multi-pronged approach to the secondary market value that we are going to see that will increase, like Urza's Workshop, like other cards I probably can't even think of at the moment on the fly, but I'm sure if I research it, you'll see a whole bunch of selective sales going off like we saw with the Eldrazi earlier today. Those Eldrazi started selling. Everything from Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. We had a whole bunch of sales with the original versions, Emrakul. Guys, crazy stuff is going to happen now. And the sales are going to ramp up, and FOMO is going to get involved. I still say if you sit back and wait, a lot of these values are going to decrease over time, but you're looking probably 3-4 months down the road, well after release, to have prices settle. But there's so much of this stock that's going to be out there from these older cards that there really is no reason to buy them in advance unless you just have to have it and have to play with it. Modern Horizons 3 may not be worth what they're trying to charge in this market, but it definitely is going to get a lot more attention now with players looking at the leaks and the upcoming spoilers. Thanks again for hanging out. It's late in the day. What can I say? My mind is going a million miles a minute. Thanks again for hanging out with me today on the video. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow for my regularly scheduled video. And have an awesome day, guys. We deserve it. It's kind of exciting. Hey guys, a big shout out and thank you to the fantastic patrons and supporters of this channel we have each and every day. Because of the people out there supporting this channel, we get daily uploaded content, guys. So thanks again for being supporters. Thanks for being here for the channel, and I hope you enjoy the content we put out. Guys, YouTube membership members, my patrons, regular viewers, you make it happen. I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Okay. Modern Horizons 3 has my attention. Ramble jamble! Alright guys, we're at the end. Still got coffee. And by the way, I'm wearing the same shirt you're going to see in tomorrow's video because this is like a bonus video for you guys. It was interesting to see all these cards come up. I couldn't do it at work, obviously. I ran home, took a part day off just so I could get this out there. I think we have some real value here. That value is not going to translate into buying sealed boxes, but there's going to be some spicy stuff that'll happen on the secondary market, and I'm already starting to see it happen. So stay tuned out there, guys. Be alert. If you want to build with any of this stuff, I would wait. I would calm down, let everything pander out, and just let the foam move on. Don't let people make quick cash off you if you have the patience to wait it out. All right, thanks again, guys. Thanks for hanging out. My coffee is done. My fun is over, and now on to the next thing.